Now this is a really simple video comparing these three cameras, Insta360 ONE X, ONE X2 and ONE R. Now in this video, I'm not going into details on all the features of each camera because I have done a video for each camera. You can check it out on the playlist over there or from the link in the description down below. Now the first thing we are going to look at, of course, it's the image quality of each cameras. Now I'm shooting at 5.7K 25 frames per second, same across each camera, all of their maximum resolution as well. Now, especially the ONE X2, it seems like a lot of things is better than the other two cameras, but does it actually takes better image quality? But why is it better, you ask? Why? Well, it's new, it got a screen which the ONE X doesn't have, and it's not modular like the ONE R, which I actually find it quite annoying. And there might be a big design flaw on the ONE R, which we will look at later. Now the old ONE X on the left clearly much softer, so let me try to color correct. Still no match for the other two. The new ONE X2 seems overexposed a little bit. It is in auto exposure, but less noise in the sky. It may have less sharpening than the ONE R. Now let's turn around to the other lens, which is backlighting. The old ONE X has the worst color. My face is just a bit blue and purple. Funny though, it's almost as sharp as the other two now. And I don't think there's much difference between the ONE R and ONE X2. They can all shoot lock as well, and let's color correct them. Oh my god, the old ONE X just has the worst color ever. Let's look at the bright side, the ONE X. The stripes on my shirt are all gone. But then let's just say it's just asking too much from a tiny sensor to shoot lock anyway. To sum it up quite clearly, the old ONE X has the worst image quality. As expected, it is old. Between the ONE R and ONE X2, I think they are quite similar. Although I personally think the ONE R has too much sharpening, result in a bit more artifacts. The new ONE X2 also got a new vivid color profile, which, yeah, I don't think that's much different. This is actually the first time I see this phenomenon. There's some condensation on the lens. I saw people talk about this on the web, that the ONE R got condensation inside the lens after you shoot it for a while. Also, if you notice this bit in the test shot before, yes, this is the condensation. After 27 minutes, I noticed condensation on the lens. Actually, I never shot for that long. The last time I shot for a little bit longer time was when I shoot time-lapse video. That usually I shot for 10 minutes, something like that. This is the first time, 27 minutes, I see condensation. Probably appear before 27 minutes as well. So this is weird because it's only on one side, only on this side, not the other side. The other side is still clear. And that's a condensation that you can't do anything about. You can't wipe it. And the ONE X and the ONE X2 doesn't have this problem. And I haven't got this in water. So it's true what people say on the web. I've also done some stress tests on continuously shooting non-stop. It wasn't really a hot day, around 23 Celsius degrees, which I can't control the weather, but they are under direct sunlight. Spoiler alert, none of them got overheated. All three of them stopped recording at 30 minutes and start again after a few seconds. The ONE X actually done that quicker. In comparison, the ONE R spent quite a lot of time to save, and you lose quite a bit of footage here. And notice the condensation on the lens again. Alright, you got the idea. The old ONE X battery died first at 47 minutes of footage. The ONE R at 54 minutes and spent another hour to save the footage. The new ONE X2 with the much bigger battery shot for 1 hour and 21 minutes before the battery give up. Now in low light things are quite interesting. The One X2 is quite contrasty, so let me bring out the shadow a little bit. Looks like the old One X isn't too bad, despite being really bad at the backlighting situation in the test before. Like, looks like the old One X actually got less noise. But this could be the reason. When you're on the move, the old One X got so much motion blur happening. It might be because it is using a slower shutter speed for a better low light image. The One R, slightly more noise, but it is so much more stable, just a little bit motion blur here and there. And One X2, a lot of time it gives you quite contrasty image, even more noise than the One R, but it is really steady compared to the other two. So let's look at, let's listen to the audio quality of the Insta360 camera. The Insta360 ONE X, it has always been bad. It just sounds like it has really heavy compression to the audio. It sounds like you're talking through sky, and then the connection is not very good either. So now this is Insta360 ONE R. I think the audio they have improved quite a bit. I mean, it's still not very good. It still sounds a little compressed audio, but compared to the One X, it is so much improved. And now let's hear the new Insta360 ONE X2. Is it actually better? I don't know. This is the first time I use the internal, the first time I actually listened to the internal mic after all the firmware update, because last time it just a first. Right, I think we have here enough. It's not the quality, but there's so much ambient noise. I'm not sure, is it because it has 4 mics and got whatever for 360 audio whatnot? I just can't get the 360 audio to work for me. And now let's listen to the One R again. The audio is much improved because I'm using an external mic. I'm using a wireless go, Rode wireless go. With it, with an adapter, you have to get an adapter, plug it into the USB-C. And I'm using the case with hot shoe, no, not hot shoe, cold shoe. One problem is that you can see parts of the mic in the footage. Probably not a big problem if I'm just shooting myself, but yeah. And now also I'm using a wireless go. I'm using external mic on this One X2. With an adapter, you have to get an adapter. Quite interestingly, this adapter is not from Insta360, it's from another brand. You can find a way to mount the mic by yourself, but then you can also get an adapter from another brand as well. It's a really small mount, put it at the bottom and put a mic on it. Oh, some of you may already notice the problem is that it shows up in the frame when you try to vlog with it. You can also get a rig from Small Rig. It's a rig for Insta360. So you always have a cold shoe with you, actually too. At the bottom there's a tripod thread, and you also can flip out these 2 bits and use GoPro accessories. One more thing, last time I tried the One R AirPod support. It sounds great at first, except it didn't. Too bad the audio is actually quite disappointing. I don't know what really happened. It's just sometimes it just pop a little bit. How about now? Another thing I want to test is AirPods or AirPods Pro support. There's some progress, I guess. What about One X2? Well, it supports AirPods as well. Of course, it's new. It's newer than the One R. It's newer than the One R. Of course, it got AirPods support, and it sounds like this. How about that? Still, it sounds like a walkie-talkie, and it got massive delay. I should know from the beginning it sounds too good to be true. Now, what do we find out here? Actually, the result is quite makes sense. The old One X has the worst image quality, has the worst battery life, but yeah, it is old. While between the One R and One X2, actually they are just less than a year apart, so the image quality, audio quality between them are quite similar. So what's different between them would be mainly the One R being modular, especially the Twin Edition is really good in value, which you get an action camera and 360 camera. But if you only need a 360 camera, the modular design could be annoying to use. I really hope the ONE X2 did better on image quality and audio quality, but I love the shape of it, which is similar to the original ONE X, but now with a touchscreen for viewing and setting settings. It is easy to carry, easy to shoot, which is enough for me to pick it over the ONE R. Well, that's all for now. At last, I'm happy to introduce to you Storyblocks. Storyblocks has video, has music and images all in one site. Of course, it has stock video and stock 360 video as well in 4K. Even motion graphic backgrounds, stock music and sound effects. Also stock photos and illustration, vectors, graphic all in one site. Just one single subscription all you can eat. So check out Storyblocks with the link in the description down below.